And financial analyst and founder Wealth Hackers, Gbenga Onifade, is joining me via Skype from Kent, United Kingdom. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. The date to reopen some of our citadels of learning is still subject to review. 5 months after other sectors of the economy were shut. This is progressively eating into our economy. What have been your concerns?
Well, first of all, I have to hope that you're keeping safe. But however, if you think about these things, we're looking at consumer behavior of all kinds, which has been altered as a result of this pandemic. There has to be moves to normalize and adapt as well. And number three, we are facing these, new challenges. When this COVID hits, we are calling it the new normal. But I think after this economy, now we have to start thinking about the next normal. So, there are a few things we have to deal with. And there's these two imperatives of lives and livelihoods. So lives have been affected, but at the same time, livelihood, are the key things which we have to talk about. And one thing, I'm just going to take it back in history, really. If you think about it, in 1929, during the Great Depression, the economy shrunk by 8.5%. I'm talking about the global economy. In 2009, when we had the whole global recession, we call it the recession, we had a shrink in the economy of 2.5%. But right now, the global economy is shrunk 33%. I think right now it's very dangerous. It's more dangerous than what people are thinking. And nowhere is safe, rather. Nowhere is safe. A few things people have been talking about. Some people are talking about looking at the foreign equities, which is United States. But if you think about it as well, what's actually been propping it up is the Feds, which have been printing, trillions of dollars. If you give me trillions of dollars, I'm going to have a big party. So that's not exactly the safest place. But, some other people are looking at, putting the money in gold. Are you saying gold is the safest? I'm not too sure, because what does it do? It will just store the value. And now people are looking at cryptocurrency. So again, would you say that's the safest way? You don't know, because that's really an unregulated place. So nowhere is safe at the minute. Right. I'm sorry.
Right. We're actually looking at all of these, in context of the Nigerian economy. If you, for instance, look at bars, lounges, spas, and places of entertainment remain closed for now. As a matter of fact, the challenging economy is also becoming clearly visible as we approach the end of the age of crude oil. What would you suggest as the exit strategy? Because the world can't be on standstill for long.
Absolutely. Like I said again, so I think one of the key things we need to think about is, if we look at the near zero countries, like they call them, they've actually been very successful in dealing with this pandemic. And those people now, if you compare them to countries who have actually struggled with dealing with the pandemic, Nigeria, for example, which is, still dealing with death at the daily rate, we've had a 40% lower growth compared to this near zeros. So we're looking at the balancing act and what we need to do. And of course, I think the first thing we need to do is gradual reopening of the economy, while on the other front, keep fighting that COVID. And of course, like one of your reporters have said, there has to be a key focus on reinvesting in the infrastructures. Absolutely, I believe that too.
Well, anything to go by, should we still be very optimistic that we'll definitely find a better ground at the end of the day?
Honestly, there's no savior right now. Everybody's looking for savior, which is why I think I was a bit forward there when I mentioned people talking about where they can put their money. But there's no savior. I think one of the things we need to think about is, number one, what gets the economy going is the people. So we need to come together as a collective, and that's the only way we can drive this economy forward. So come together, whatever we think can stem or flatten the curve, like they say. Try as much as possible to get together, flatten that curve, make ourselves safer, and then when the economy reopens, the future effects will not be as felt as much.
All right, financial analyst and founder Wealth Hackers, Gbenga Onifade, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on TVC News.